welcome. I'm excited to be back. As you know, I took last week and was in Puerto Vallarta. I believe I'm saying that correct. I was corrected a couple times while in Mexico. I was definitely mispronouncing it, but I'm really excited. I've got something in store for you guys today about the power of automation. So first off, let me know in the comments. I'm going to get this shared into Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs. For those of you that are new, who've never been on a live training with me, that is where all of my replays are stored. So if you are on TikTok right now, and I know it's a little difficult for you guys to be able to see the slides, but I really do want you to be able to see them. So if you want to see it in full view, you can always catch it inside Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs, or you can watch all of the replays there as well. So I've been doing these live trainings on Wednesday for about 2.5 years now. So there's a lot of trainings in there. If there's something you're struggling with, go in that group. It's absolutely free. It costs nothing to you. And you can type in any topic that you want, and you should be able to find some kind of training I've done on it. And if you can't, shoot me a DM. I am always open for feedback on trainings that you want. So I'm sharing this into the group, letting everyone know. Here is the live training. Perfect. All right. So as always, we are live on Facebook, my business page, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram. So I will tell you, I've got some resources for you today during this training, and I'll have keywords, for you to drop to be able to grab those resources. However, I'll go ahead and give this disclaimer. TikTok will not allow me to send you guys links. Okay. So if I reference something, and you are watching this on TikTok, you'll want to go either DM me that word on Instagram, or most of the things will be available also in my Stand store. So you can go to my Stand store and find them under Fave Tools and Resources or in the store itself. So I'll let you know where you can find those things. But first, before we jump right in, because today's all about automation, how to get your time back and multiply your results. So let me know in the comments if you're currently using automation, what tools you're using. Drop those for me. I'd love to hear. I'd love to see. I'm always testing tools. I'm always, I'm in the process right now of testing 2 new automation tools. I always do testing before I share them with you guys. So if I find them worthy, I will make sure they get to you. But let me know in the comment section, are you already using automation? If so, what kind of automation? Let me know. All right. So, and then for those of you that are new, you've never been on a live training with me, I like to take 2 seconds just to introduce myself, because our audience is growing every single day. We've got new people coming in every single day. And you might say, who the heck is this chick? And why is she worthy to be able to teach me on these things? So mom of 3, wife, multi-6-figure business owner, speaker, podcaster, published author, and a coach for female entrepreneurs. So I've been around the block when it comes to digital marketing, social media marketing. I did it for years in corporate on a very large scale for a very large franchise of over 175 locations. So I have done marketing on a large scale, and then also on a very small scale, helping small businesses build an online presence. Okay. But everything that I teach you is based on actual marketing principles. Okay. Very rarely will come on here and say, here's a hack. Here's a hack. If I call it a hack, it's because it's a best practice. Okay. I don't usually teach you tricks, because the tricks don't work. Right. They might for a minute, and then they die out. Right. Everyone's always trying to trick the algorithm. I would rather teach you actual marketing principles that will grow your business long term. And everything that I teach you is backed 100% by my own results and results that I've helped other businesses achieve. Okay. So I've hit 6 figures in less than 6 months twice with 2 different offers. And I didn't do that by posting some dancing reel or TikTok and hoping for the best, right? I use actual marketing strategies. So I'm not a sales expert. I'm just a mom, but I have really dug into building systems, and automation plays a massive role in my business. So it's one of my absolute favorite topics to teach on. And today is really about the power of what it can do for you. And then stick with me till the end, because I've got some, again, free tools and resources for you to plug into, but I've also got some really exciting announcements that no one has heard yet. Okay. So first and foremost, we'll just start out with what most people think, right? Most people think more hours for growth. So if you have started your business recently, whether it be in the last 12 months or so, you probably thought, if I just engage another 20 minutes, I'll get more comments if I just scroll and look for more ideas for another 30 minutes, I'll get a viral reel, right? You've got that mentality of doing more equals more. And while that's absolutely not true, it leads to burnout, right? We know that it leads to this constant cycle of overwhelm. It leads to you questioning your business. It leads to that imposter syndrome that we talk about. So it's really important that you understand the power of automation and what it can do for you. Because if you're spending hours every day posting, following up, manually tracking your leads, you're holding yourself back. And I'm going to prove that to you today. Okay. There's a lot of reasons people shy away from automation, and I'm going to break those myths for you today. But missing family time, the inability to focus on, those high impact activities in your business, and feeling like you're stuck on a hamster wheel is what happens when you try to do it all. Okay. I used to do it all too. I promise. Everything, like I said, everything I teach you is things that I have learned myself, usually through trial and error or burnout of some sort, right? But it wasn't until I learned to trust automation that I kind of finally broke out of that cycle. And that automation now allows, I very rarely plug in on the weekends. I pre-schedule a lot of my content, especially on the weekends, because those weekends are reserved for my kids. Those weekends are reserved for my husband, right? So let me know in the comments if that is something that you want, right? You want to be able to unplug. You want to be able to put your phone down and not worry about, oh my gosh, my business is going to collapse overnight. Is that a fear that you have? Let me know. I want to hear from you. I want to know if that's something you struggle with, because I know it is. I know it is. Okay. We all kind of start with that mentality when we first get into our business. But what if I told you that by setting up automation, you're not giving over control, right? You're gaining control over your time and your results, right? So instead of just being busy, because we all know busy does not mean productive. Busy does not mean successful. Busy does not mean you're getting more sales. And I did a podcast episode on that this month about productivity tips for business owners. I've done entire workshops on that. Powerhouse Productivity Workshop was one of the probably highest reviews workshops I've done, because as someone who struggles with ADD, not a medical claim, so please don't report me, but as someone who struggles with ADD, I am that person. I'll start sweeping and then I see something and I'm like, oh, I got to put that laundry up, and I'll put the broom down and this and that. And 8 hours later, I've got the vacuum, the broom, a bunch of Windex on the counter. And I'm like, oh shit, what did I do? Right. So you're doing the same thing in your business. I do the same thing. I've done the same thing in my business. 1,000 tabs open. My computer gets to a point where it's like, what are you doing? Like, it's slow. Right. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got way too many tabs open. Right. So what would it feel like to know that your business is running while you're at your kids' games, while you're, enjoying the weekend off, and tools, resources, robots, AI, whatever is doing the follow-up and engaging for you, right? And there is mistakes that come with automation, and I will talk about that towards the end. And that's one reason with my students in my academy, that's a pillar of my academy, is authentic automation, because there is such thing as bad automation. Okay. And I get a lot of DMs every day that's bad automation, or comments on my posts where I'm like, oh, that's terrible. I know that wasn't them. Right. So you have to be careful with it, but you also have to learn to trust it. So that do it all mentality, that do it all mindset, it has to shift. Okay. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And this is something you're going to have to learn quickly if you really want to grow your business big. You cannot do it all. Your time is valuable. And if you're spending all of it on tasks that really aren't growing your business, like scrolling for ideas or engaging another 5 more minutes, hoping you'll trick the algorithm, you're holding yourself back. Okay. So not only are you burning yourself out, you're holding yourself back. Sometimes doing less does equal more. All right. So a lot of people think they're saving money by doing it all themselves, right? That is money mindset. And I'm not a mindset coach, but money mindset when it comes to starting your business is the biggest hurdle for most people to get over. And I only really see this, to be honest, in online businesses, because it usually is so low cost to start. I mean, if you spent less than $5,000 to start your business, That's low cost. Okay. If you opened a bakery tomorrow, you'd have to put 3 months down on a lease. You'd have to have business insurance. You'd have to have an attorney. You got to have blah, 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 like all these things. Right. So if you started your business for less than $5,000, that's extremely low cost. And so that money mindset is the hardest thing for online entrepreneurs to get over, because they got in at such a low cost. They don't want to spend any money. All right. But you're losing money by doing everything yourself. You're losing money by not investing in help or mentorship to grow that business, right? And I'll give you an example of this. If I wanted to open up a Domino's pizza franchise tomorrow, I can't just throw money at it and say, I want a pizza store. You have to go to franchise management school, which is basically like college. That cost, I don't even know. It used to be like, I don't want to misquote it, but it was tens and thousands of dollars. Okay. You'd have to go to that school because they want to teach you how to do it right. So many online business owners are afraid to invest in their education or their craft, when in actuality, to open an online or a brick and mortar, that's like usually you got to do that. People don't just say, I want to open a bakery today, right? Usually they've got some sort of education around food safety. They've got some sort of education around running a commercial kitchen. They got it's a mindset problem when it comes to online entrepreneurs. Okay. So whether it's hiring a VA for administrative stuff or getting an automation software, most online entrepreneurs, when they're first getting going, they are such a control freak and so scared to spend $1. And if you ever want to get to those big results in your business, you have to stop being that control freak and you have to start being a leader. You have to lead your business. You have to be CEO. And if you were in my social success challenge, we talked about this for like an entire day. Okay. The cost. What is the cost of not automating? You're losing time. Your hours are spent on tasks that could be automated. So time is money. Okay. You're missing opportunities. You're focused on your little routine, your DMO, you're getting it all done, and you might be missing out on growth. Because I want you to think about this, and I'm probably going to say it twice because I want you to really grasp it. You have to stop working in your business and start working on your business. Okay. I'm going to say it again. You have to stop working in your business and start working on your business. People don't accidentally get to 6 figures. They have a plan for growth. Okay. Sure. It might happen. One, two, 3 people might go viral and they're like, uh-oh, I don't know what happened. Rarely, almost never. Okay. So you have to understand that in order to be the CEO and plan for growth, you have to step out of the business and work on it. And you're not able to do that when you're spending all of your time on social media doing engaging and replying to comments, when AI could do that or automation could do that. And you're limiting your income potential. When your time is maxed out, so is your income. Okay. When your time is maxed out, so is your income. And that's actually what I'm going to talk about now. So in order to shift and be able to scale your business, grow your business the way that you want to, most people struggle or refuse automation or haven't started using automation for 3 reasons. They either say, well, I don't have time to learn it. I don't have time to learn it, right? It's too complicated. It's too techy. Technology and me we don't jive. We're not really good together. So I'm just going to do everything manually. Or money. And that's probably the biggest one. Well, I've spent this much money to buy this program and I cannot spend any more until I make a sale. I'm tapped out. I'm maxed out. Let me tell you this. You are going to continue to stay maxed out if that's the mentality that you have, because right there, you are operating from a mindset of lack and you cannot receive sales. You cannot be the person you need to be for your customers if you're operating from a mindset of lack. So if we look at this, again, the 3 biggest reasons people don't use automation. Time. I don't have time to do it. I don't have time to set it up. I don't have time to learn it. So how are you going to create time? What other options do you have? Because right now, if you don't have time to learn how to use ManyChat, which is freaking so easy, by the way, I don't want to downplay it because some people really are do struggle with technology. But I could tell you this, you go to ChatGPT and you say, I'm trying to use ManyChat for my business. Can you walk me through step by step how to create an automation? And it will give you a checklist. I'm not even freaking kidding. Okay. But one of the biggest things is they don't have time. So right now, if you're not making any sales and you are out of time, how are you going to have time to make 1 sale, 2 sales, 10 sales, 20 sales? Where's it going to come from? It ain't coming out the air. We're only getting busier, right? Either we are busier today than our lives were 20 years ago or whatever, 30 years ago, but I don't know how my parents did it. Like, how did they do all the things, right? So that's one of the reasons. The second is the technology. I'm not techie enough to do that. Technology confuses me. Okay, so you're already doubting yourself. You started an online business online and you're already saying, I can't do it because of technology. I'll tell you this right now. One, there's 1,000 people on Fiverr you could hire for like $20 to set up all your automations. Okay, if you really wanted to. Two, again, ChatGPT can teach you anything. All right, anything. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm not the most techie person, but I will have ChatGPT tell me how to do something all the time. So when you're doubting yourself, again, you're operating from a place of lack. When you have all those excuses of, I've done everything and it's not working, it's not going to work because you have the mentality that nothing's going to work. And the third is money. And this is a hard conversation to have with yourself, but what is your time worth? What's your time worth? Right now, if you're spending 5 hours a week responding to comments and DMs, okay, giving people the link to your freebie, whatever that is, 5 hours, even if you only value yourself at $20 an hour, okay, I really hope you value yourself way more than that because you can't live on $20 an hour anymore. But even if you do, that's $100 a week you are spending responding to comments and DMs. ManyChat starts at, I'm pretty sure you can get a free account up to maybe 1 automation or 2 automation, something like that. But even the account I pay for is $25 a month. So if I'm spending $400 of my time every month responding to comments and DMs, and I could replace 95% of that with a $25 tool, why would you not? Why would you not? It's the mindset, right? You've got this mindset of, I haven't made a sale yet. My business isn't big enough. I don't need automation yet. It's excuses. It's excuses. Are you allowing yourself? And what's happening is it's also hurting your sales because you're in this mindset that it's not going to work. So you got to shift that. Okay. And I tell you this with love because I was you, right? I was you. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I drop dollar bills all day and I love it. Every time I go to spend more on a software, I'm like, oh, God, I cringe for a second. And then I got to take myself back to a place where I'm like, you know what? This is going to give me more time in my business to serve more people. So if you're still doing manual tasks that you could automate, you're doing it wrong. You're wasting hours of your life on things that a machine could do for you. Sending invoices, scheduling your posts, writing the same follow-up email over and over and over. Why? If you're serious about scaling that business, and I'm telling you, the DMs I get of people saying, I want 10,000 a month, I want 5,000 a month, you're not going to get there doing it all by yourself. Like very rarely. And if you do, you're going to burn the hell out and you're going to quit. Okay. So I tell you this because I was you. And one of my best practices, write this down. If I have to do something more than 3 times, okay, hold on, I'm trying to hold up 3 fingers. 3 times, I look for a way to automate it. More than 3 times, okay? You're going to have one-offs, right? I'm going to have a customer that emails, they have a specific question I've never had before. I still look for ways that I can either automate that or use that information for the future. So maybe if it's a good question, I'm like, you know what? I need to make an FAQ section on my website so people can reference that. Like I'm always looking for ways to automate. But if I do something more than 3 times, I'm looking for a way to automate it. And if I don't know, I go to ChatGPT and I say, hey, this has happened 3 times in my business. Is there a tool that will automate this for me? Boom. That's it. It's that simple. You're overcomplicating it. All right. So the truth bomb is you got to become a smarter entrepreneur, not just a busy one. Because again, being busy does not mean productive, does not mean making more sales. All right. So I actually have an automation domination guide. If you haven't snagged it, if you're on TikTok, it is in my stand store under Fave Tools and Resources. Okay. I cannot send you a link on TikTok. If you're on Facebook or IG and you haven't grabbed it, you can drop dominate in the comments. But this guide, this isn't just some list of all the tools I use. I actually walk you through exactly what they do, how I use them in my business. I have tutorials on there. So if you're one of the ones that's like, it's too techy, I can't figure it out, I got a lot of videos on there, that tutorials showing you how to use the tools. So it is a highly valuable resource that's going to help you in your business. Okay. So if you want a copy of that, it's, I think, my 10 top tools that I use. But it's gold. Okay. It's gold. These are things that help me every day, save a lot of time. And that's one question I get from my students, mostly, not usually just DMs, but mostly my students are like, how do you do everything? Outsourcing, automation, and productivity. I don't waste my time on things that don't move the needle in my business. Okay. So why automation? Again, saves you time. It increases your consistency and it enables your scalability. So looking at your time, we just talked about this. How are you going to create more time? You're not going to get more hours in the day. Okay. And FYI, in case you didn't know this, Sunday, I think we fall back an hour. So like, go ahead and make sure you're prepared for that. But it saves you time, right? My IG DMs, my Facebook DMs, like, it saved me hours every month. It also increases consistency. So it allows me to unplug on the weekends and not come back on Monday to 200 DMs that are 48 hours past due. Right now, on my personal Facebook page or my personal Facebook profile, I do let those build up over the weekend, and I come back on Monday and I let people know, hey, I apologize. I unplug on the weekends to be with my kids. If people don't understand that, I don't want to work with them. That's just how it is. But as far as business pages go, it increases consistency. When your emails are automated, when your DMs, your comments are, reply comments are automated, when your scheduling is automated, when your repurposing is automated, you are getting hours back, but you're also being consistent. So you don't have that moment where you go to lay down at night and you put your head on the pillow and you're like, I forgot to do that. I mean, that still happens with some things, but not my regular business, right? And it enables scalability. So again, right now, if you're using all the hours you have in the day and you're making one sale a month, how are you going to get to 100 sales a month? You're not doing it the way you're doing it, right? So it's not about cost, it's about potential. So when you have that moment where you're like, oh, $25 a month, you got to say, this is going to help me grow. This is going to help me scale. How many people could I reach with this tool, right? So looking at this, again, I get my automation domination guide, but I also have some extra resources that are not in that guide. I've built out a new page on my website called resources, and there's quite a few new ones on here for like Pinterest, for threads, a lot of different ones that you could plug into. So if you want to see that, let me know. Drop resources in the comments if you're on Facebook or IG. If you're on TikTok, you can actually go to my stand store and you'll find my resources page. But a lot of times people also are afraid to invest in a software because they are like, oh, I don't know, I've seen bad reviews. So if it made it to this page, I have personally tested it. I personally use it or have used it in the past. And this is my stamp of approval. Okay. So I tested it for you. Now, looking at this, I did tell you I would go over the top 5 mistakes with automation. So first and foremost, over automating. Okay. So there is such thing as over automating. All right. And what that looks like is if you have no human interaction in your business at all, it could be bad, right? It could be bad because people realize, they're not communicating with you. They realize that you're not showing up, right? They don't want to work with a robot. 9 times out of 10, people buy from you because of you, not because of what you actually sell. And that's one of those things. And all of you that are in the MRR space understand that really well, that, a lot of people are selling the same thing. If they bought from you, it's because of you. because you're not selling anything really different than other people, right? So you do have to be careful with this. And again, this is something I talk about in my Social Success Academy with my high proximity students is authentic automation. So how do we authentically automate this, right? How do we make sure that our customers know we have automated to support them, to be able to get things out to them faster, to be able to serve them faster, but we're not removing the human element completely. Okay. Ignoring the data. So that's another top mistake. Analytics and your metrics will tell you everything you need to know about your business. If you have a problem in your business, go check your damn metrics. Okay. It will tell you. But if you have automated something and it's not working, or you're not seeing a return on it, there's a reason. Either people aren't resonating with the message, either it is, double sending, whatever that looks like, but your data will tell you. Okay. Another mistake is using too many tools. So there's a lot of different tools out there that are all in one. They do a lot of different things. But sometimes when people are going to automate, instead of automating one area of their business at a time, they try to automate everything at one time. And so then you have too many tools, they're half-ass working, right? So like this is one thing right now for me, my all-in-one software, Brand Builder AI, actually has DM automation. So I can replace ManyChat by using that and save some money. But I really believe in automating one thing at a time. So for the last few months, my team has really been building out my course store and the emails for that, all of those things. And then now, next month, we will start integrating everything for ManyChat. Did I continue to pay for ManyChat for the last 6 months? Yes, because I knew it would be a mistake for us to try to automate everything at one time. So when you go to implement automation, make a priority list of what needs to be automated first. Okay. Lack of strategy. So just throwing some automation up there, no, everything has to be strategic in your business. So you need a business plan. You need a business strategy, which is exactly what we did in the Social Success Challenge for those of you that maybe missed that. But you got to have a strategy. You can't just start automating and praying for the best. It has to work with your business strategy or it's going to work against it. And then not testing. And I am the worst at this. When you when you build a tool of any sort, okay, you build a landing page, you email automation, whatever, test it. I am the worst at being like, looks good, publish. And then I get 15 emails that are like, yo, this word spelled wrong, this price is wrong. And I'm like, sorry, it's the ADD, but test it. Okay. So test it, make sure. My husband hates it, but now when I have a new ManyChat automation, I'm like, give me your phone. And I do it on his phone from his Instagram account, but run a test. Okay. Just to double check your business. Don't make the same mistake I did. A couple things that you can automate, because a lot of times it's another thing. People are like, I'm not even sure what I can automate. Lead capture and follow up, right? So opt-in forms. ManyChat has the option for you to ask someone their email. Say, hey, I'm so excited. I saw you want my free guide on XYZ. What's your email? And I'll drop it to you. And then it can put their email into your CRM or email system or whatever. There's a lot of ways you could do this. But you should not be manually collecting emails, okay? You should not be manually collecting lead information. Email marketing. You shouldn't be manually sending emails every day. You should have workflows and sequences. Now, sure, you'll have broadcasts like my newsletters I send out every Friday or every other Friday. They are somewhat manual, right? I usually put them together on Wednesday and then schedule them to send out on Friday. That way, if I have anything I want to add to it between Wednesday and Friday, I can go back in and edit it. That's kind of manual because it's usually like time sensitive information. But all of my like workflows, if you get my freebies or you get my programs or any of those things, automated. Okay. Social media posting, you can automate that. You can also automate repurposing. So when I posted TikTok at repurpose.io automatically puts it on YouTube Shorts, automatically puts it on my Facebook business page, wherever I want it. And I've got 1,000 workflows in repurpose.io that do that all over the place. Your sales funnels, you shouldn't be manually collecting money. Even if you are like a VA and you provide a service and you're sending monthly invoices, automate that shit. Okay. The minute you forget and you don't send that invoice, you ain't getting paid. Okay. Customer onboarding. So when someone joins my club or they join my academy, that's all automated. Sends them the contract, sends them the login information, puts them into the community, sends them the information on our private student chat. It tells them to schedule their first call. It creates a task for me to send out their welcome box, like automated, all of it. Okay. Follow-ups and reminders, appointment scheduling. You go to book a one-on-one call with me, I'm not going to say, what time are you available? Ain't no way. You'd be waiting 3 days on me. You go there, you click the link, you see what time I'm available, you pay for your one-on-one call, and it's booked. And then all your reminders are automated. Okay. Customer support tickets. I will say with this, I don't fully automate our customer support. So if like someone logs or emails in and says, hey, I forgot my login, whatever, I don't like to fully automate that. I think customer support is something that does require human touch, but I do have some like standard templates and stuff like that. If someone forgets their login and I go to email them and say, hey, we've reset it for you, I need to retype that email every time. So that's like semi-automated, right? You can see all of the things here. There is way, way, way too many things you can automate for you to have the excuses that your business isn't big enough. Okay. So I actually did a full podcast episode on this as well. If you were on Facebook or IG, you can drop 143 in the comments. If you want the direct link, we'll send it to you to listen to that episode. It was released last Tuesday. If you're on TikTok, you can find my podcast link inside Fave Tools and Resources section. And if our automation sends, I think the Spotify link, but if you are an Apple podcast person, just search Socially Awesome Podcast on Apple. Okay. It's also on Google and a lot of other platforms. All right. So I've got a couple announcements. Stick with me. 3 announcements for you. Okay. 3. First and foremost, it is the last week to jump in the Slay Your Business Intensive and grab it for $37. Okay. It's normally $397. It's priced at $37 right now. Okay. I dropped this 90% off because I want you to have the most successful holiday season yet. I want you to use Black Friday to your advantage to not only get a massive cash injection into your business, but also for you to bring in customers that will stick with you through 2025. Okay. So the point of the holiday season is not just to have a bunch of money. Because let's be honest, a lot of times when we get massive cash injections in our business, we don't use it the wisest way, right? It's nice to have those reoccurring payments, those reoccurring customers. So this is not only going to help you, really blow your business up, but it's setting you up for success in 2025. All right. So I've had a lot of DMs, especially on TikTok, like a lot, like more than we can probably reply to without getting in TikTok jail, about why this is different, right? Because I have a lot. I know you've bought multiple courses, right? You've bought a lot of courses. You've probably bought more courses than you even remember the logins to. And you're like, I don't need another course. What's different? So I specifically got 4 DMs yesterday that I personally responded to, asking what's in it. Like, why? First and foremost, it's $37. Okay. So it doesn't take a lot of value to hit $37, but I can tell you right now, this course is valued over $2,000. Okay. So I listed here all of the different, modules, trainings I have in there. So we've got setting up your holiday calendar, planning, all of those things. You can read that. But what I want you to know is, first and foremost, I have a 4-step plan to having a successful holiday season. First and foremost, you need to know your dates. Okay. If you don't know your dates when it comes to a holiday season, you've already missed the mark, because there's a lot of dates that you need to promote, and it's time sensitive. So it's not something where you can just be like, oh, I'll get to it tomorrow. You try to send out a Black Friday offer a week later and see if people buy it. It's not going to work, right? So not only do I give you a calendar template for you to plan it out, but I actually show you my entire calendar strategy inside the intensive. So I show you what I do. And I've had very successful holiday seasons the last 2 years, okay? The second part of the action plan is, what is your offer? So there's a lot of different strategies when it comes to this. You can either put your current offer on sale, or you can create something completely new. And it's personal preference. For me, I personally like to usually bring something brand new for Black Friday because I have a lot of customers that might already have what, my current offers that I was going to throw in sale. So usually, and I'm putting a ninja tip here, you're going to want to be in Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs, my free community, because my Black Friday offer is, one, been highly requested, and two, not something I've ever released before. So you're going to want to be in there because it's going to be an amazing offer. But I personally like to do a new offer for Black Friday. And then the 12 days of Christmas, I do flash sales on my current offers. So buy one, get one free course, 50% off this, whatever. So that's my strategy. And I teach my entire strategy to you in the intensive, but I also teach you how to take what you already have and create an irresistible offer that will sell, because your audience doesn't want to see the same boring stuff during Black Friday. They want something exciting. They want something festive, and it should be a no-brainer for them to click add to cart. Okay. And I also give you my ChatGPT prompts that will help you with this. So these are specialized prompts specifically for holiday season offers. Okay. And then the third element of that is your social media content strategy. So cool, you've got an amazing offer, but if no one knows about it, you're not going to make any sales, right? So I give you, again, prompts, and I teach you how to create a content calendar around your offer, when to promote it, how to promote it, what strategies you need to use. And then the third piece is I actually teach you how to communicate with your customers off social media. So the truth is, during the holiday season, these big brands that we know and we love, they're spending a shit ton on ads, like $50, $60, $100,000 a month. Okay, so you're competing with that. And we want you to take your customers off social. So I give you, you can see the Trello board there. I give you a full Trello board of SMS templates that you can use for text message marketing to your customers. And then I also teach you how to use the same strategies for email. And some of you might be like, well, I don't have any phone numbers. Now's the time to get them. You got 30 days. Okay. Start collecting phone numbers. Go to your opt-in forms, your lead magnets, and add a phone number option. It's not that hard. Start creating excitement on your stories about, my VIP Black Friday offer is going to release on this date. If you want to be first to know, join my wait list, right? So I teach you all of those strategies for that 4-step plan. I give you templates, plug and play, ready to go. So for $37, you get all of that. All right. So if you haven't snagged it, again, the sale ends Monday, but I would not wait until Monday, because you need to have this plan by the end of the week. So you need to buy it today, go through it tonight, get your shit together. All right. So if you're on Instagram or Facebook, you can drop Slay in the comments if you haven't grabbed it already, and we will get you the link for that. If you're on TikTok, it's in my stand store, very top. All right. If you're an affiliate, an awesome affiliate, then, which is actually my next slide, make sure you use your 30% off coupon so that you can get an additional 30% off that price. If you're not an affiliate and you'd like to be one, you can DM me the word awesome. Make sure you spell it right, AUSOME, on Instagram, or you can drop it in the comments here on Facebook, and we will get you the link to be an affiliate. Doesn't cost anything to be a Socially Awesome affiliate. It's absolutely free. And we will actually start having affiliate training calls next month, because I want to pour into my affiliates and help you guys with your business. So the last announcement, I don't have a slide for this. I don't know what I was thinking. So if you were in my Social Success Challenge, or if you've been in my Facebook community, I had asked you guys if you would like an automation challenge, Automation Domination challenge, right? Because I have my free guide. It walks you through a lot of that. I will be hosting an automation challenge. It will not be 30 days. Okay. I love you guys, but that Social Success Challenge, it was meant to be hard. It was meant to be a challenge. It was meant to be intense, but I won't be doing another 30 days. Like that was rough. Okay. So it'll probably be 10 days. I'm working out all of the logistics for it now. We'll have graphics and landing page, all that stuff after Black Friday. So I will be announcing it probably like the day after Small Business Tuesday. And it will be at the end of December. I know December is busy, so it will be fully recorded. You will get lifetime access, but I wanted to make the announcement so that if you're not already in Socially Awesome Entrepreneurs, my Facebook community, definitely jump in there. They're always first to know when something drops. They usually get a head start. But I will be doing a automation challenge. It'll either be, I think it's going to be 7 days. And with it, not only will I be walking you through what to automate in your business, how to automate it, but I'll also give you some templates that you can plug into your systems that will help you with automation. So definitely make sure you're in the challenge. We will be doing that end of December to get you fully automated before 2025. So with that being said, I want to check the comment section really quick, see if we have any questions, and then I'm gonna hop off because I actually have a call with my coach at 1 o'clock. So I don't know. I don't think we have any here on Facebook and IG. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna pull up TikTok, see if we have any questions on there. As always, make it simple, make it social, make it awesome. And I cannot wait to see you in the Slay Your Business Intensive. Bye, guys.